You're not who you used to be, but you're not who you want to be yet. Welcome to the middle part. Hello and welcome back to Speak Your Truth. Today we are going to be talking about the middle part. This is something that I've been thinking about for a while, but I've realized it's been something that I've been feeling for the past year or 2-3 years. So when I say the middle part, I'm talking to anybody who is on their entrepreneurial journey, spiritual journey. I think they're the same things, just with a different focus on the outside, on the surface. But I think they're the same processes. But it can be really tough to look back and know that you're not who you used to be. You have changed, and maybe physically, maybe the clothes that you wear, how you look, but also your thoughts, your habits, your values, the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. They're not the same. You're not the same person that you used to be. You're not a beginner. But you're also not where you want to be yet. If you have financial goals or business goals or just personal goals about where you want to be in life, you might not be there yet. Despite all of the effort, all of the energy, all of the time, the knowledge, the action that you've taken. And that can be really frustrating. That is very frustrating. The other day I realized, as I was looking outside my window at the view that I have of trees, it feels like just the other day, although it might have been a month ago, the tree branches were barren. There was no leaves, there was no green. And just yesterday I looked out and realized, oh wow, there's green leaves here. When did this happen? It seemed like it happened overnight, even though I was daily looking at the window at the trees. And I know that this is how our growth is. We are with ourselves all day long. Whether we're always self-aware, we are familiar with what we're doing and how we're acting. But to others who may or may not know us or don't see us often, they can quickly see the changes. They can tell all that has shifted in 1 month, 2, 3 months, in a year. But to ourselves, we can't always notice those changes. They are there. We know this. But it can be hard to recognize the growth in ourselves, especially when we're being really hard on ourselves while we're still in that middle part. But that middle part is life. We're always going to be changing and evolving and growing. And again, day to day, we might not notice these changes. But when we look back, that's when we can see it. But there is also this balance that we need to find. We don't want to be worrying about the past or stressing about the future. We obviously want to be present in the now. That is all we have. But being mindful, that can be tricky. It can be challenging. But that's the balance that we're going for. Looking back to recognize, to celebrate our wins of our growth. Looking forward to plan, to find some motivation, but remembering that we have now. The past had its lessons, but it's over. There's no point of ruminating there. And our future is not promised. There's no point of wondering about what could be, what can be. The struggle is to enjoy what we have now. And again, this can be difficult when we're not where we want to be. But what we should be doing is celebrating what we do have. Being grateful and just being present, because that's all we can do. So if you are on your middle part of your journey of life, which I think we all are, we're always evolving, we're always growing, and if you're here resonating with these topics, then I'm sure you're into self-development, self-awareness, wanting to better yourself. And that's always going to be something that we can do. We're not going to get to our end goal till our end of life. If you're on your middle part, I recognize you. I'm here with you. I encourage you to keep going, to keep celebrating. Thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for listening.